Hi everyone, welcome to another session. In this session, we will discuss another two important topics: static application security testing (SAST), dynamic application security testing (DAST). So they do undercome DevOps and uh, DevSecOps section. So if we discuss difference between static and dynamic application security testing, two essential techniques in DevSecOps, um, integrated security in DevOps. So DevSecOps means integrating integrating security in DevOps, right? So static application security testing SAST tests inside out. So that means a tester has access to the code design and framework. Source code is required. The code is analyzed without executing the application. It detects vulnerability early in development, for example, insecure coding. So analysis of computer software performed without actually executing program. So tester has access to the underlying framework, design and implementation require source code. So that test calls inside out. So dynamic application security testing test outside in. So tester does not need access to source code, runs the application to find flaws like a hacker. Simulate real world attacks on running web app, detects vulnerability in the real time in the runtime environment. So in simple terms, SAST like reading the recipe before cooking, checking the code. So DAST like testing the dish after it is cooked, testing the running app. So both methods are important for strong software security. One checks the code, the other checks the behavior. So um, as a layman, think of it like proofreading a document before printing it. What it does, it analyzes your source code without running the app. It checks for security flaws or bugs in the code logic. The tool reads your code and checks are password hard-coded, is data validation missing, are dangerous functions being used. For example, a developer writes a login feature, SAST can catch. If the password is stored in plain text, if input is not sanitized, hello SQL injection. Why it's good? Catches vulnerability early. During development, a developer can fix things before the app goes live. So requires access to the source code, a deep look into app internals. So DAST. So think of it like testing door lock after the house is built. It simulates attacks on running application. It checks how the app responds to malicious inputs. The tool sends fake login request, input fuzz, access, cross-scripting payloads, etc. It does not know what's inside, just tests from the outside in. Therefore, it calls outside in. So you launch a website, DAST will try submitting script code in input fields to see if it executes. It executes bypassing login using strange characters injection attacks. Why it's good? Finds real-world exploitable issues that happens only at runtime. Helps test production or staging environments. No access to source code. So in cybersecurity, good practice is to use both SAST and DAST. They catch different types of problems at different stage of development. So these two terms are very important for the CISSP exam. So you need to know the difference between static application security testing, SAST, and dynamic application security testing. So the main difference is you require source code, and dynamic uh, application security testing outside and no source code is required. So that is the main difference which we need to keep in mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, feedback on this topic, please share in the comment section.